Oh, Judge is so batty. London traffic. Oh, I'm running late again. This is a really important data privacy, don't know. Really important case anyway. It's going to be huge fines dished out. People from all across London. Key figures, key stakeholders from finance, energy, multimedia, the whole lot, all going down for a long stretch. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my court.
Google announced this week on Monday that they are collecting via Alexa the voice data, and they do not even know what they do with it. That means if you're all going to retire, they still know what you have talked about 20, 30 years ago. And if I go to Martin now, say, give me $10 or 10 euros or 10 pounds, he will say, what? So that's the old analog world. So he has trained that he doesn't give me for free 10 pounds. But why do you give the data for free?
People say it is designed with smoke sensor, okay, this is okay, with loudspeaker, okay, integrated microphone, thermosensor, motion detector, CO sensor, smoke sensor, okay, moisture meter and camera. We at TÜV Rheinland opened it and looked for a camera. And I was sure this is not possible because these smart holes are too small for the lens of the camera. And indeed, there is no camera behind these holes. We found the camera. It is behind this plastic knob. The plastic knob is a Fresnel lens, and the camera is an infrared camera, and watching its environment.
Before we get going, I forgot to introduce Danny Birch over here, who is our illustrator for the evening. When any conversations or questions are asked, he illustrates the questions, and we'll be putting them up around the room as we finish these next things, right? These are our notes, because I hate taking minutes and stuff like that, right?
You use Google Maps to come here. How many people use Google Maps? Google Maps records every journey that you take, whether you use Google Maps or not, whether or not you're connected to the internet. You go into a shopping centre, you give your email address, it scrapes Bluetooth from your phone, and it sells that data. It says to the tenants, teenagers congregate here, that's where your Claire's accessories go. Grey-haired bill payers congregate here, that's where you put your Cafe Nero and your Starbucks. If you don't believe me, check the T's and C's. They all reserve the right to do it, and they all do it. Think about, as an in-house lawyer, I often used to get asked the question, can I do this? Is this legal? Is there any law that stops me doing this? Okay? That's the type of questions I've been having about GDPR. The right question is a different one, is should I do this?
So Mike sends me an email and says, I would like you to, I don't want a relationship with your organisation anymore. Please forget me. So I say, sure, Mike, have done. A couple of weeks later, he's not sure I probably was taking it seriously, so he comes back and says, now, you have to prove you've forgotten me. I go, who are you? And he goes, I'm Mike, and I asked you last week to forget me. So, did you? I'm sorry, you're going to have to prove you're Mike. Otherwise, I can't tell you whether I've forgotten Mike, because Mike might not like me telling someone I've forgotten Mike. And he can't prove he's Mike because I don't have any evidence that he is Mike because I've forgotten him.
So, you know, I think, again, it's a really, really good evening. I think for me, I find these events like really unique in that sitting with kind of like peers and being able to talk openly on like topics that are really relevant. And, you know, from the 2V guys, you know, through to the other guys talking around topics which are relevant and makes you just think in simple terms, you know, the impact of like GDPR, what is the effect on things of devices, privacy, legislation. Just find it really thought-provoking. Blew my head into bits. So.